Boy JD Nochill.
And it's your girl Chelcye.
And it's a No-Chill session. We got my guy Jason Soaris in this bad boy.
What up, what up, what up?
Listen.
Here we go.
Let's start this interview
she
off.
about to roast my guy.
Right.
Hold on.
Wait,
Actor.
go ahead.
He's an actor.
Facts.
I'm going to say all
trainer
that.
and
Facts.
content creator. He low-key can be a comedian if he choose to, I think. I think he can do some 5 minutes of stand-up, but I'm going to let Chelcye go ahead and go in on it right quick.
This young gentleman is an asshole.
Wait, breathe first. Breathe.
He is an asshole.
Take your time.
He's very smart. A good friend of mine, Jason. We're glad to have you here, bro.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate everything.
Yay.
Nah, man. Where are you originally from?
Originally from Baldwin Hills.
Hills?
Well, Baldwin Hills, Ladera Heights. My dad lives in Ladera. My mother lives in Baldwin, and you know how that situation works. But LA, I would say LA.
Okay. What got you into fitness?
I've always loved fitness. I always loved working out. Always been an athlete. Played basketball, football, track in high school. And so fitness has always been a passion of mine. And make a long story short, now it's one of my passions that I help other people get healthy around the world doing.
How did you turn fitness into a lucrative business?
So that's a good question. So it was kind of
the only kind I have.
Oh, here.
I'm just messing. Listen, so let me just say this. I have a personal relationship with Jason. I personally asked Jason to come on the No-Chill show.
And I appreciate that.
I often get asked to have people that are friends on the show. Stop, don't do that. You're not a part. But Jason has such a high energy. He is genuinely a person who has been consistent throughout the years that I have been here in Los Angeles.
I appreciate
that. And I applaud that. And I can appreciate consistency. So we often, though, and there are very few men here in the Los Angeles area who can handle my personality.
Handle. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You can handle it.
He got some comments for that. I see it coming.
Yes.
Hey,
Don't be cool. Handle. Because I'm usually called aggressive, but we can roast each other and be cool. I come from that. We roast, we Jones. What are other names
So
for it?
I have a quick question.
Go ahead, Jason. We don't normally let the guests ask questions.
Okay.
No.
It's you.
I want him to ask this question. Let's go ahead.
Whose side are you on?
What do you mean by handle?
Okay, so listen, like I was saying, for many years here in the Los Angeles area.
Why keep stressing the Los Angeles
because
area?
I've lived everywhere. I've lived on the East Coast, I've lived in the South, I've lived overseas. Never has my personality been perceived as aggressive until I got here.
Even over I heard New York. I've never been, but I heard New York women are aggressive.
I don't know. I haven't dated a New York woman.
I was going to say, but yeah, they're going to tell you, hey, B, we dating. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it out there.
I mean, I can kind of see her saying that.
I wouldn't.
I can kind of see her saying that.
Classy lady.
You over here. I mean.
I talk to Jason rough because we have that dynamic. I would not talk to my man that way.
Oh, so you changed.
What man have you seen me talk to crazy?
How many?
That's mine.
How many personalities are we gonna get?
About 7.
Got it. Okay.
How many do you have?
We
Just
laying out
one.
the ground.
No,
Just
bullshit.
one.
I've seen at least 3.
I'm my authentic self.
You look possessed. No, for real though. Your energy is consistently positive. You're an encouraging person. In a world that seems to be fixated on negativity, how do you maintain that? And why? Or is it a personal choice? Is it something that happened? Tell me.
Well, I've always been a happy type of person. I feel that I'm big on energy. And I don't choose to surround myself around people that have negative energy. And so, number one, me who I am, I focus on positivity. Always. It's really, only people that can really get me under my skin are my parents. Other than that, I'm like, shit, okay, whatever. Or I just wipe it off. So energy, number one, for myself, just me and my personal life, is really big. Right. So that's how I operate. So I do things to make me happy. I do things to keep me energized. I do things that are in my bubble. For example, working out makes me happy. That's why I love our gym. Just growing as a person makes me happy. Doing skits, acting, it makes me happy. Making other people happy makes me happy. So my whole life kind of surrounds around happiness. And so it's easier for me to be in that space and share my happiness with other people and only surround myself around positive people like yourself because it's rare that I'm around a negative person for a long time.
Nah, I got you.
Because they're like draining. I call them like energy vampires. They drain you, and it throws you off. So you're like, why do I feel? And this relationships too, like relationships, family members, all
Jason
the above.
is known to cut them loose quick.
Facts. Just
that's what's up. He sound like the OG that we interviewed that time. When it's like, if you not getting on board of the positivity train, you gotta go.
I could see you living a polygamous lifestyle. Is that where you're headed, Jason?
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Not
Ain't
necessarily.
no. He didn't say no.
Not necessarily. My goal is to be with someone who, like, for number one, I feel look, off the record. Number one, I feel like we should promote happiness first.
Okay.
There's a lot of people out here that are searching for, I need to be in a relationship, I need this, I need that, but they're not happy themselves.
True.
And so they're searching for someone to make them happy, and then when that person doesn't make them happy, now it's that person's fault. Like, no, you ain't happy.
Right, no.
It's your fault.
Happiness is a self job.
To not everybody, though.
Why?
Some people are looking, I want you to make me happy. You don't make me happy. No, fuck that. You're supposed to make yourself happy. I'm not looking for you to make me happy. I'm happy myself. Let's come together and make more happiness and make more positivity.
Right.
But a lot of times people are searching for someone, and then that can shift the relationship.
All the time.
Romantically, and do you find that in friendships as well?
All the above. I have friends that, aren't necessarily the most positive people that I don't really surround myself around because unconsciously they're draining.
Yeah.
Because like you're your most creative when you're in like a great zone or a great energy. True. And listen, friends, family, people you're dating, I don't care how good you look. If you're not helping or elevating or pursuing or adding to my cause, like
you gotta go.
Yeah.
But most women be like, I look like this, everything else is void. Then you look at all these people that are beautiful but single, or beautiful that are upset, or because they're missing that big ass piece. Like, are you happy yourself? Like, what they say, Halle Berry was the most beautiful woman in the world, but she's on her third divorce or something like that.
Okay, so wait.
Why is it? Okay, go ahead.
Is a woman's value set up on her being married? Like, is there something wrong with her if she dies alone?
Society, I would think.
I feel like women are constant. Like, if a man gets into it, and I have had this experience too. If I get into it with a man and we're going back and forth and I'm jonesing on him and I'm killing him, his go-to is going to be, well, that's why you ain't got no man. And I'm like, I don't understand. And people will laugh. That's the killer. And it's like, so my validation is in having a man?
I think it's just more so the aspect of that's the norm, and that's humorous because at the end of the day you don't have a man, but as in the gold scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. But most people they're gonna care about that little shit anyway.
They are
all on the people. Like,
it's what you want.
At the end of the day, do you want to be with somebody?
But you said Halle Berry is on her third marriage, and I'm like, well, she didn't get it right the first time. We have no rule book on this thing called life. But
my point with that was we glamorize beauty so much that we forget about the happiness. And the most look at this, the most beautiful people in the world, quote unquote, are divorced or going through divorces or not happy. And that's why I say, like, why can't we like make personal happiness first?
Yes.
Like, I don't care how good you look. I don't care how much makeup you got. I don't care how many procedures you had or how bad your body looks.
Damn. Come on, procedures.
He going in right now. Jason going in right now. He going in.
Are you doing that to cover up something, or are you truly happy within yourself?
Right.
So you would date an unattractive, happy girl?
First of all, attractive is what opens the doors.
Okay.
Who you are as a person is what keeps you there.
Energy.
Ooh,
you just no, you don't like that. Bullshit. He just said energy is what matters first in the first 10 minutes.
No, I said attractive gets you in the door.
But we said energy was important
energy
too.
is what keeps you there. There's people coming in and out the door all day, but who's staying? Who's staying?
That's all he said.
And that's what the longevity of marriage is about, staying. You can get a man, but can he keep him?
Why can't, people's energy introduces themselves before
not all the
their
time.
mouth.
No, not all the time. People can hide it.
Okay,
and
so
over
in
time,
Especially to start dating.
In
We
a
was just talking about-
situation where
Yeah.
somebody is not being authentic.
True.
I'm saying if somebody is an authentically happy person, then that should overshadow maybe them not being the most attractive.
Okay.
Based off what Jason is saying.
Okay, I get what she's saying. All right.
so friendship and dating, two different spectrums.
Okay.
So, person who I'm looking to date, for any interest, we got to be attractive. We got to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, perfect. You're attractive. Now, do we work? Like, are we compatible? And that's where the who you are as a person comes in. And that can come within a month. That can come in 6 months. That can come in a year.
see that.
I don't know, because everyone knows how it is. Like, you go on a first date, you're not who you really are the first 2 days. It's come on.
That's you, but
Chelcye, look, listen. You hear this voice she got?
the high note.
I
Cap.
am.
You said
Cap.
he-
am. What?
No.
No.
I talked to
See,
you,
this
rough.
is, here we go.
Now
Here
listen,
it is.
I
See, here
talked to
it
him rough.
is. This is where it is.
And listen, I talked to them both rough because they're genuinely like brothers.
Bring that person all the time.
But on a date, if a guy said something that was like out of line to me, then I would be like, oh my God, you're
See,
tripping.
this is what.
So all right.
Well, I'm a soft, delicate flower. That may be the side that you don't know. Boom.
Well, all these multiple personalities, it's like,
Listen,
damn, who we
and
gonna date?
Women have
Who we
layers.
gonna date?
Women have layers. We're not one-dimensional people.
I like apples, one layer.
This guy's hilarious. Okay, all right.
Get me to the seed.
No. Segue. And I think we've tapped on this before, but I really want to get your perspective on this. There's a big push now with toxic masculinity and mental health in our community particularly.
I agree.
Do you feel like toxic masculinity is a real thing? And do you feel like mental health should be a priority for Black men?
Toxic masculinity in females or in males?
So wait. Oh.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's do
and
both.
males.
Let's do both.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
both.
So
but
of course
in males.
she wants to do males first.
Okay.
Let's do males first.
I didn't know women could have toxic masculinity.
What?
No, that's when a woman say, "Oh, you extra aggressive, whatever." A woman can call a man aggressive too. A woman can call a man too much.
Toxic masculinity
You know
exists
what
in
I'm
women
saying?
too.
It's it. Okay, wait. Let's do the
Men-
men,
let's
and
do
then
men
I want
first.
you to define it in women.
I feel that masculinity is within the person, but I sometimes feel that they may overshadow that to cover up other things in their life. I'm comfortable who I am, and like I'm gonna be authentically myself, regardless of who's in the room, regardless of where I'm around. But some people aren't comfortable in their skin. Some people have things that they need to work on. Some people have areas they need to grow on. So, let me put this macho or whatever the case may be image out there to cover up like the shit I got to work on in my past that's keeps coming up, and I'm afraid to break through. You know, like some men are afraid to cry. Like, oh my God, he's crying, I'm gonna be a bitch. Like, no, this is an emotion that's natural. And yes, the Black community looks down on men who cry, but it's a natural emotion.
They should. They need to get their release, but
you know?
most of them don't. Then they just be extra.
But these are things that like people get to work on, but some people don't. And then that's when we get these toxic masculinity things, or like, no, you just got some areas you need to work on. Like, it's okay. Like, the most gangstest dudes cry, you know, and that's okay. You're not less of a man because you cry, and it's not going to make you weaker because of that.
True.
Emotions exist with everyone. But in the Black community, oh, he's a bitch, or he's this, he's that, because we're showing something other than being a thug or being this or
Hard,
being that or being
tough.
hard.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not hard. Like, I'm not, but I'm comfortable who I am. So it doesn't matter who's around me. I'm going to be myself.
Right.
And I don't require all these other images or things to cover up who I am. But it took me a journey to get to where I am, though.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't expect other people to take that journey, because happiness isn't everyone's goal.
Have you ever had a therapist?
I've had sessions with people who are therapy sessions, like multiple, because everyone has problems, you know, and there are areas in my life that I need to face in order for me to take my life to the next level. So I highly recommend it. It's confronting, though. Some people aren't ready to face their fears. Some people aren't ready to be backed in the corner. Some people aren't ready for these certain areas. So it's scary.
Yeah. Do you think, and I posed this question to a few of our guests today, that your therapist should look like you in the sense of skin color?
No.
Okay. Why?
I think your therapist should, what you're searching, your therapist should qualify for.
Okay.
It shouldn't be just, and I know what you're talking about, like female therapists. Females shouldn't have female therapists because they can relate or whatever the case may be.
Or just black and skin color. would I go to a black male therapist?
I think that's more of an opinion.
I think more of a preference, but of course you're trying to say as in relatability. But as in, I guess you can say as in maybe a full unbiased. If your therapist wasn't black, you know what I'm saying? It could be.
Could a white male therapist understand BLM?
Well, I think that therapists' goal, I'm not a therapist, but their goal is to understand and help you break those barriers of growth.
Right.
And I skin color isn't in that conversation.
Right.
You know, their job.
But if we're talking about my stressors, so can we agree that black stressors and white stressors, community-wise, are different?
Definitely, they're definitely different.
So as a black male, the stressors that you may have and a white male are different. That's just saying
facts,
that there's just difference.
Facts.
And so if you come into a session to speak about this particular stressor that he can't really reference or maybe even understand or have anything to pull from to understand, because it's not always like I have to go exactly through what you went through to understand. You can be empathetic. You can have empathy. But talking maybe to another black man who knows exactly what it's like to be pulled over when you're not doing anything wrong, to be followed in a store, like that certain level of related. Because I've had white therapists too, but I've also had a black woman, and I see the difference.
I think case by case things may vary, and what people need to get over varies too.
That's true.
What I need to get over wasn't being black.
Right.
It was issues I had with my father. So it didn't have a color preference, didn't matter. That had an issue within myself.
Right.
So I think case by case, depending on what people need to work on, their therapist should suit that, you know. So I think it may vary case by case.
Okay, so I was on your Instagram, as always, scrolling. I want to know.
I don't have Instagram. What is that?
I can't with you. So annoying. How do you come up with these characters?
Yeah, because now that's another thing as I watched, your Instagram as well. You, like I said, very energetic. First of all, she made that clear. I feel the energy. The fact that you come up with all these characters in a sense, and again, people think it's easy just to come up with a character. I just recorded it. No, you actually thought about it, took a second, planned it out, then recorded it, then you edited it, then you, your steps to get to, people think it's just A, Z, you know what I'm saying, well, A, B, but really it's A to Z, you know what I'm saying, so I definitely commend you that, but what got you to all them characters, though?
Well, this is an area of growth for me.
Yeah.
I've always been this type of person, but for a little bit about my background, before I went into fitness, I was with LA Models for 6 years, commercial print. Before that, I was in real estate, and so I was always searching for who really am I?
Yeah.
Getting signed with LA Models, that was one of my goals in life. Boom, check that goal. But I was like, I wish they would submit me for acting jobs instead of just how I look, or so I was kind of half empty.
Right.
And when I was doing real estate, it was kind of this ain't me. I'm stuck in a cage. I'm over here doing other stuff, and so it took a lot of searching to where I was like, damn, let me just try this acting thing, and so I pursued it, and it opened up another chapter in my life of creativity. And I feel that sometimes people don't tap into their gifts because of fear.
True.
I was scared shitless. I'm like, oh fuck, what are people gonna say? I post some crazy stuff on Instagram.
You do.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
I just met you, sir.
Crazy.
And so, I feel that when you get over the fear of what people think about who you are, I think that's when you first start living.
Yeah.
That's the first day of your life, because so many people are like, what are they gonna say? Are they gonna like it? And you haven't running all these thoughts in your head, and you're stressing yourself out, and you haven't even posted nothing. And so it took time of me let me try this acting thing. I like it. It makes me happy. Let me put out content. Oh, I'm getting feedback. Oh, I love making people laugh. Let me pursue more. Let me continue doing this. In that process, I'm getting better, and I'm finding, okay, hey, let me go to this audition. Oh, let me do this. Let me do that. And so, I kind of found a passion that I love, and then even within me, it makes me happy.
And that's what's up right there.
So now I'm like, damn, I'm happy doing this.
Yeah.
I have no attachment of the outcome because I'm getting joy. Now people are getting joy from that. That's a whole nother area of like, damn, I love making people happy. And so my Instagram kind of changed as far as like, my mission is to change your energy. You go to my page, I want you to be happy. I want to change your energy. I want to shift some type of emotion. I want to educate you on health and fitness, and I want to show you that you can live life being healthy, having a good time, and having success at the same time.
Right.
And so through that message, you can kind of find something to shift your energy if you're going through a bad day. If you want to know about health and fitness, oh, okay, he's in shape. Maybe he can inform me about health and fitness. You know, whatever is current, I'm posting something about that reckless because that's what I like to do.
Yes.
So I want to touch on those areas to shift people's energy because there's so much negativity out there. Like,
It is.
and negativity is fueled by our community.
Preach.
It's fuel. So I want to be the opposite. I want to fuel positivity, fuel energy.
Yeah.
And if you're going through a bad day, go on my page. And hopefully I can change that. And you don't have to like, you don't have to comment, but I just want to shift something in your life so that you can go for what you want to do.
Listen, that's a jewel. What you just said that really resonated with me, Jason, is with no attachment to the outcome.
None, yeah.
We're in a society, too, where everything is about, if I do this, then I'm going to get this in return. If I do this, and for you to say, I found something, or my mission for doing this is because I truly enjoy it, and I truly want to see others happy. And don't get me wrong, my take home is it makes me happy to do it, whether you like it or not. And I think that's the bigger key is when you put stuff, because I know people always think when you're outgoing and you have a bubbly personality or you're a positive person that you don't get scared.
Oh, yeah.
You have fears and get scared. Every time I step on stage, I'm like, my palms are sweaty, underarms are done. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But I have a ball. Like, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
So I get that. And for that to be your message, your mission sets you apart drastically on the internet, period. Because when I met you, he wasn't doing any of these things.
This was literally within the past 4 years of me transitioning to just being who I am.
So would you say, and again, because of what I'm looking at, just based off what I'm learning from you and learning about you, you know, even I think the viewers learning about you right now, is that it sounds like you are in your purpose because you hit a level of happiness that most people dream about. Most people wish they was. As in, like, I don't know if people read the book of Art Not Giving a Fuck. It's kind of like you just doing you. And you okay with just doing you. You ain't worried about what's going on here. And if they do say something, move over. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because I'm not hurting nobody. I'm just being authentically me. And, you know, if you want to be a part of that, great. If you don't, cool. Are you in your purpose, you feel?
No, that's true.
Okay.
My fuck it meter is very low. Like, fuck it, let's do it. Like,
Okay.
Yes.
but it took time to build that up because even in my career, as far as health and fitness and my business, Herbalife, people aren't posting what I do. People aren't posting like that. They're like, oh, what are people gonna say?
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck it, man. This is who I am. But what I learned is, and kind of a backstory behind that too. When I came into Herbalife, I became this person because I seen, okay, the successful people are doing this. I'm gonna be this inspirational person. Yeah, that's it. But what did that do? It didn't make me happy. I got burnt out. I felt like I don't want to do it. I'm like, this is for the birds. I was trying to do something just for a goal without a purpose within me. And a lot of people are doing that now. Like, they're in situations where they're like, this is the goal. I made all this money, but they're not happy. Like successful people, billionaires committing suicide and don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Miserable.
They're searching for something that's not within them. And my parents, like, they have great careers, but that's not what they made them happy. So I just took all this content and I said, what makes me happy? It was like maybe 3 years ago. I'm like this, I don't want to do this. I want to be who I am.
Yeah.
People get tired of They'll do something. They'll take the sheep's cloth off and be themselves, or put the mask on. Hey, I'm this certain person. Yeah. Take it off. Then that's the real person, you know. Right. And I got tired of that. Yeah. I got tired of that back and forth tour. One day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be me. And I think I like talked about how good this Ocean Spray white grape juice had. First of all, have y'all had Ocean Spray white grape juice?
No, we have not.
It sound delicious.
It is cracking up. No, whoa. It's cracking the bottle. I just talked about how I feel like it was cracking a bottle. Yeah. And that was like opposed to being me. And the reaction of how people loved it, I said it gave me more confidence to be me regardless. And then it was just a wrap from there. Because it was a fear I had. I said, damn, I don't want to, what are people going to say? I went through it. People always think like, am I scared? I went through it. Yeah. But over time, I built up that courage to say, hey, this is who I am, and this is what makes me happy, and I'm not going to stop being this person, and I have no attachment from everything else. And that's where I am today, you know? And I feel that if more people showed who I have so many homegirls that are like, I tell them all the time, like, if you really be who you are, who I see, you would be married with kids.
Right. Who do you think they are when they're not with you? Because I feel like women, you have a lot of female friends. A lot.
No, I'm a friendly guy. You know, I'm a friendly guy.
Oh, okay,
I'm very social. You know.
Okay, social.
That's it.
He has a lot, right? And I feel like they're comfortable around you. Not necessarily that Jason's doing anything to them or lying to them or not being himself. It is that you're being yourself and they're drawn to it. So then why do you feel like they're one way with you and then one way when they're dating?
I do not know. But I tell them all the time, like, this person, be that person. Be who you are.
What if they are? How do you know they're not?
They tell me about their dates, and I'm like, you would never do that. Like, what? All right, here's a quick story. I have a friend who is very popular. And this popular friend is like, kind of like struggling with dating. I'm like, why the F are you struggling with dating? Like, you're dope as a human being. But this person is their social media person when they date. Versus who they really are. Let's say who they really are will eat pizza and watch Netflix and chill on social media. Oh, I need to go to Mastro's and wear my Louboutins and hair is perfect. Messy bun. I said, be this person. Like,
why can't we be both? Women are both. We're eat pizza and go out to nice restaurant people.
How often are you going to the nice restaurant versus chilling?
What difference does that make? It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes women are in the mood to dress up and go out nice, and then sometimes it takes a point though. Women have to feel comfortable.
I think,
but that's what I'm talking about too, and that's what we kind of talked a little bit. We ain't gonna go too much. We ain't got much time. As in like the bonnet thing, as in just being authentically who you are.
No, that's just not gonna get it. No.
But I think women are afraid to be themselves.
Why?
But they're afraid to be themselves because of rejection and because this other image has been accepted so much. This person's been accepted so much. I don't want to show this other person.
I think it's a balance. I'm that way. I want to go to a restaurant, but I'm definitely a homebody and pizza.
Don't forget different though.
I am different, but I'm just saying it's both.
Don't forget you different though. By how you may be able to manage both, somebody else don't
but
really
he's
know.
Saying,
I just say
why can't we be both?
No, you can, but be comfortable with the people. Like, I don't know.
Everybody doesn't.
I think their comfort level is different.
Should gain access to messy bun pizza, girl.
Everyone should?
No, shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe there's preference. It comes down to preference then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you shouldn't always have to be perfect every day.
No, definitely not.
You know, and I think that's something that some women is gold or they seek to be, and most guys
stressful.
like.
We know.
No, y'all do give a fuck because men are out here getting units. We just had shout out to Al Green on the show.
Equality is real,
making units.
Equality.
So y'all care too. Men care about outside presence just as much as women.
I mean, we do, but at the same time, we don't.
Would you date a guy with a unit?
At the age I am now, no, because I feel like I'm too young for that. But
I know some guys our age that are balding.
I'd rather he just shave it off. I've dated bald head men. It can be very sexy if it works
preference.
See?
I want to say it's preference. But again, you still been authentically what you like versus what somebody else likes.
Yeah, but I would date when I'm 50 and he got a unit, fine.
Again, it's preference. It all is a preference.
Yeah.
But then like Al said, now if it's stiff when I touch it, if it feel uncomfortable, I don't want that.
But some weaves are stiff.
I don't wear those.
Woo! Well, we gonna go ahead.
Wait, you don't wear artificial hair in your
I
hair?
don't wear stiff wigs. All my body.
Take your hat off.
These are braids.
That's artificial hair.
All right. What I'm gonna say.
So wait, okay.
So
We're getting ready
you want to
go
close
ahead.
up? No. Would you like to ask some last
No.
one? You sure? Okay, my bad. All right. Last but not least, man. Again, we just finna close out. Just want to ask you, kind of like what we kind of piggyback on with the being happiness and following like what you standing in, your purpose and everything else. What is any other tools that you would give somebody who's trying to be like you? Like they following you, they like, I want to be like you when I grow up. What was something that you would tell them?
I would say step one is find out who you are. What do you like to do? Here's a great option. If you don't know, make a list. 50 things that you think you might like to do. Do all of those. What makes you feel the best doing what action? Focus on that. Stay consistent on that. See the outcome. If you don't like doing it, change it up. I think people are so quick to search images or things without knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like who am I? And I say, so that's step one. Step two, stay consistent. Because if you're not consistent, you're not going to continue to grow. Nothing in life is not consistent except dead things. They're consistently dead. So if you're looking to grow, stay consistent on working on who you are. And three, find a lane. Try things out. Try podcasting, try radio, try commercials, get your phone out, get a tripod. Just stay in action consistently because over time you're gonna grow and you're gonna get better. My first skit was horrible editing. Now it's I'm getting a little better and upgrade the camera equipment, get a little lighting, get a little mic. So over time you get better, but my overall goal is happiness. Happiness is my ultimate goal, and to surround myself around people that's found that, because I feel we can all become better when you have that core, because we can only grow from there. Versus having this image and not being happy within. If it doesn't come out now, it's going to come out over time.
True.
Right.
That's crazy. I was gonna ask you as a follow-up is what is your ultimate goal? And it's happiness.
My ultimate goal is happiness and create a life surrounded around that. As far as what I do, who I help, what I create, more branding that I do, the entities that grow from that, as far as whether it's from television, whether it's from YouTube, whether it's from social media, whether it's from brand deals. But I want to grow from being who I am, not this image. Okay. Because you can be an image, but that image won't be you, and then you're not happy. Yeah. So the Jason Soaris brand, as far as working with different companies, honestly, I model Kevin Hart's life a lot. The reason why is because he is branding out so much from just being a comedian. Yeah. He has the Nike, he has the Fabletics, he has the movies, he has the career, he has the family. So it's his work ethic is a lot of things that I model as far as things that you quote unquote you're not supposed to be able to do or you can't do is being shattered. And so I want to model that and do even more as far as creating a legacy from that, but a legacy of who I am, not an image I'm trying to portray. Because I'm the same person on and off social media. That's another fact. A lot of times, there's some people.
That is true. I can verify that.
I'll meet them. I'm like, I follow you. Oh, what up? And in person, I'm like, who is this person? They're like, who is this? So I push authenticity. I push happiness, because at the end of the day, I don't care how much money you have. If you don't have that, then what is life?
All right.
Thank you so much, Jason, for coming.
Appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you. Boy, JD.
And it's your girl, Chelcye.
And it's been a no-chill session. Thank you, my guy, Jason Soaris, for coming in, man, and giving out these jewels right here, man.
Appreciate you. This is Jason Soaris, and this is a no-chill session.